Hola,
What's good, YouTube? And also Hamza, because we're making this video for you. Today, Danny is here to show us his Trickstar deck profile because somebody asked us how the hell this deck works.
That'd be me.
So, yeah, that's the cameraman Ian over there. So, we're making that video for you guys.
This deck sucks.
Deck sucks one in
Deck
energy.
does suck a lot. It somehow won in energy. I don't know how. This is like the Cleveforts of Yu-Gi-Oh! But
Maybe
somehow
I just
it won.
suck.
So, yeah, let's get into the deck.
What do we got here?
So this deck, as we like to call it, is Death by 1,000 Cuts, because you burn your opponent to death.
This is the glorious Nippon Steel deck?
Yes.
Excellent.
As done by the Love Life crew. So we, Death by 1,000 Cuts by Cute Idols.
And Kevin Spacey approved.
Yeah, okay, Danny. All right, let's get into the deck. So let's see what we're playing.
All right, you play 3 Stratos.
Yeah,
Candia.
Oh, I love Stratos.
So this card mainly gets the field spell, or it gets Trickstar Reincarnation, and she burns the opponent for 200 every time they activate a spell or trap card. So you obviously, she just is a +1 search, and you want to see her in like every opening hand. Like, it's pretty.
And also easy +1 because you get these guys.
So she can bounce back any Trickstar monster who special summon herself as a quick effect. And when your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, either from drawing it or searching it, they take 200 damage.
Which is the cool thing about the quick effect is you could have 3 Lycris in hand and just quick effect and have all 3 on board and just bounce one back.
Yeah, because you only need to
Oh, you can go 1 for 3?
Yeah, like you only need to like target her for like their activation cost.
Yeah.
So like when you resolve it, you just the bouncing back is optional. Well, it's not optional, but like you resolve it as much as possible. So like if you have like as he said, if you have like 1 Candida and like 2 of these, you can target both of them. Both of them can target the same card because that's just the cost to like activate the card. And then when you resolve, you bounce you resolve the first one, you bounce it back, and then the second one has to resolve as much as possible. So you
All right,
the
because they're
second
quick
one.
effects, so you just chain them together.
So like you get 2 for 1 these things, which is pretty nice.
And you get 1 Lily Bell.
I like playing multiple Lily Bells, but everyone else.
Problem with that is you never want to draw it. It's a dead draw.
But it's like the best mid to late game card in the deck.
It is, but you don't want to.
So if you add it from your deck to your hand, except by drawing it, you could special summon it. So like it's really good at making link 2s, and it can attack your opponent directly. And if it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 Trickstar monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So like you can do stuff where
Lycris Engrave, and you have a Candia and the Lily Bell. So you Candia search for the Lily Bell, and then special Lily Bell attack for 8. Add Lycris to hand, bounce. If you already attacked with Candia, bounce back.
Yeah.
You always
Being able to
bounce
add
Candia
Lycris.
back because Candia is a searcher.
Yeah.
Recycle your 3
Yeah,
Stratos.
you recycle your stuff, and also being able to get the Lycris from your grave.
Candia is good because it even searches the trap and the spell cards. It's just
and if you normal summon a Candida and you add the Lycris and you bounce it back to your hand, you can special summon it again, which is nice. Oh, it's a once per turn effect though, so like, it doesn't come out that often, but it does happen.
Here comes Degenerates.
Oh yeah, the hand traps.
3 Ash,
3 Ash,
3 Droll,
3 Joel,
3 Honest, even though one's common,
Where's the God card?
and 1
and
Magic.
the God
it
card.
is.
Yep.
Which we're still thinking about making space to put Ghost Ogre in.
Yeah, so Ghost Ogre
Really?
and Ghost Reaper, I would main deck depending on like what event you're going to.
Exactly.
And like how the 4-part develops, but like you would pretty much always play this. Like these are just like really good in general. I mean, the Draw and Lockbird like varies wildly depending on the deck, but you play for the reincarnation.
It's really
combo.
bad against BA, and BA is so popular. It's
And then
really
these are
bad.
just like always good. So you
Ash
want
is
to
just
play this.
standard.
Yeah, Ash is just standard.
This is so bad.
You don't like
against BA.
you don't like cherries? Cherries is a
I think Cherries
Format
is
dependent?
fucking garbage. I think that card will never be good. It's only ever good against Boss Monster Turbo decks, or that's some of the specific extract monster.
ABC.
Yeah, like ABC. But like with those decks, they can
It's
recur
better
the
in the
Boss
side.
Monster.
It's better in the side.
I don't even think it's good as a side deck card. I think there's much better cards as a side. Because like if you don't see it in your opening hand, it's completely garbage because they're able to make that boss monster consistently turn 1, and they can recur from the graveyard. So later on in the duel, if you hit them with the Ghost Reaper, they just use the one from their graveyard because they can recycle it usually. So like, I feel like because compared to like cards like Ash Blossom and Ghost Ogre, like you could draw them turn 1 and they're really good, but you can also draw them turn 2 or later on in the duel, and they'll still be decent. Whereas Ghost Reaper is just completely useless. Like it's only really good in like a mirror match because like you're all playing the same cards. So I would maybe side in mirror matches, but I feel like in Trickstars, I don't even think you want to side or main deck Cherries. Especially because like if you go into like a locals or regionals, you just play against a bunch of decks where Ghost Reaper does nothing, and you just draw it all the time. And then you'll never draw it against like the decks you actually want to see it against.
All right, what else? What else?
17 monsters. I
Yeah,
think?
17 monsters, I think. Like 7 hand traps, 10 technically.
No,
if you
10
count
10
Honest.
hand traps and 7 monsters.
Honest is barely a hand trap.
No, it's considered.
It's
also
a
got
battle
nice-
trap.
Then for spells, you play 3 stage.
So this card is
card is
amazing.
amazing.
This is like Rhoda meets Bait Doll meets Dark Room of Nightmare. So it searches any Trickstar monster when it's activated, and it's not once per turn. So if you open multiple of these, you just get multiple searches. And then you can target set spell and trap cards your opponent controls during your main phase, and then if they don't respond to it, they can't activate it for the rest of the turn until the end phase, and when you get to the end phase, they're forced to activate it, and if they don't activate it, it's destroyed. So it just clears back row, and it tacks 200 damage onto every instance of damage your opponent takes from a Trickstar card. So either by battle with a Trickstar monster or by a Trickstar's monster effect, it tacks on 200 more. And it's not once per turn when it does that, so it starts to add up, like a lot.
It's the stage for all the idols.
Every idol needs like a good stage.
What makes it better is
the 3 terraforming, which searches out, which you basically, with this, you have 9 copies of Candida. And that's like insane.
I would run 9 copies of Stratos if I
Yep.
could.
good.
Now time for the real spice.
time for the real good cards. 3 arrival rivals.
Okay, so this card is from the newest set, Circuit Break. This card is just generically good because like you could go to battle phase and then summon a Candida and then search like another Candida and then you can make like a rank 4. You could do a bunch of basic plays with this, but the real reason why we're playing it is that this card enables a 2-card OTK. So all you need is either your opponent to have no board, or or they have 1 monster and you have Honest, or like you have a board wipe, or if they just have an open board, it's only 2 cards. So it's 2 to 3 cards technically.
So you do the regular Candida Lycris play.
So well, you need to get the field spell. So you summon or activate Light Stage, and you get Light Stage, and you search Licorice, and then Licorice. Well, then you move to battle phase, and then in the battle phase you attack them, and then with the field spell. Or with like if you attack their 1 monster, you have Honest, that's 2,000. And then you bounce back for Licorice, you attack, and that's 1,800 with the field spell. And then your rivals, you normal summon the Candida, you just bounce back, and you search another Licorice. And then you attack for another 2,000 with the field spell. And then you bounce back, and you attack for another 18 with the field spell.
And then you're burning for 800.
And then you burn for like 400, or like 800 with the field spell. So after all that damage is done, they'll be at 400. So then literally you just pass, and then they draw for turn, and then they die. So like it's a 2-card OTK.
It's amazing.
It sucks it sucks when you go first, but like I feel like you'll have a decent advantage.
But you can also play this on your opponent's turn.
You can also do it on your opponent's turn, so you can just set it.
So what you're saying is it's better double summon.
Yes.
Or chain summoning.
Oh, it's way better than chain summon. Chain summoning is like too awkward.
Chain summoning, the only thing I liked about chain summoning was activating stage, then target one of their back row, and then they'll try so they won't lose their back row. They'll activate their back row, and then you activate chain summoning.
Yeah. I mean, the combo chain summoning is cool, but like you do that combo,
you don't
and like
always have that many monsters.
Yeah, well, not only doesn't happen all that often, but you do that combo and they're still alive. So it's like this card just kills them. So I feel like that's just like much better and more consistent.
It's good going first.
You
or
know
second.
you just
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
chain summoning's only really good going first.
Yeah.
And then 3
Scapegoat. So you play this because as we get to the extra
degenerate.
deck, this card is like a really good tempo card because Trickstars doesn't, unless you have like this, you don't like win turn 1. You beat them by either like just grinding out with their cards with like your hand traps, or like you just do the reincarnation combo, you banish your entire hand.
And you get the Ningirsu play out there, right?
So with this, like you summon 4 tokens, and then you are able to do like this combo where you end with Ningirsu and
or Borlo,
and with the World Chalice Warrior, and then you draw a card, and then you like send 1 card in the field to the graveyard, or you can make Borlo Dragon,
which is a big boss monster this deck really need.
Yeah. So like this card is just an amazing tempo play because like the game will grind out because you'll have the hand traps and cards necessary to make sure it plays. You know, you do turn-based Yu-Gi-Oh. So with that card, you just flip it on their end phase, and then the next turn you start off with 4 tokens, and having 4 tokens in like link format is pretty good. So we'll get to the combo when we get to the extract. But yeah, so we play 3 Scapegoat.
And then we play 3 Twin Twisters.
Okay, I know it's a lot of Trickstar decks
a
don't
lot.
play this, but
This
Twin
this card
Twisters.
it's better than Cosmic Cyclone or MST.
Yeah, because you could discard Trickstar Reincarnation
Especially
when you're going
with-
second.
And you get the graveyard
Yeah, you
play.
get the graveyard.
And you get the
Also,
graveyard.
what's really good is that smart players will try and play around the Trickstar Reincarnation combo that takes out your hand
setting first.
By setting first.
So you twister them.
Yeah, and then you twister them there. So then you can get some extra.
That's
value.
smart.
Yeah, so it's just good in general, but also combos of Reincarnation. Like this card, you can actually use this card going first, whereas like Twin Twistering like a resort. Like is really bad in any other deck, but in this deck it's good because they set the other cards first.
Okay.
And yeah, so that can be a huge blowout.
And then 2 board wipes because you need to get over boards.
Yeah, this deck has
like it's
trouble
wrong.
getting over big monsters.
Every deck has its.
And also, this card helps facilitate the OTK with Arrival Rivals, so it's really good.
And last but not least,
For traps, we keep it short and sweet.
the best trap in the game.
Yeah, 3 Reincarnation. So, all right, we've been talking about the combo, but let's actually tell
right.
Hamza how it actually works.
So you could either do it with 2 Reincarnation or just wait for them to search 1 Reincarnation.
Yeah,
And
so
one
if you have 2 reincarnations, you could just loop their entire hand without them even doing anything, because like you just
It's just reincarnation,
So
draw
pretty much
lock,
draw phase,
reincarnation.
right? Draw phase.
no, you have to do it on the standby phase.
Standby,
You
so
can't
they
do
get
that
draw.
card.
You can't do
Standby,
draw and
yeah.
lock burner on the draw phase.
Yeah. Well, standby.
Yeah, so you stand by, you banish your hand, you force them to draw, and then since they drew, you can activate draw and lock burn, which prevents them from drawing any more or searching for the rest of the turn. So
The right way is to reincarnation, they draw, then you reincarnation and chain
then
draw.
Chain draw.
yeah, so you do this as chain link 1, and you do that as chain link 2.
So it works in reverse.
So that way, you have to resolve this card as much as possible, and so when it comes to reincarnation, so that way they banish their hand, but since they can't like add cards for the rest of the turn because of this, they just don't have a hand. So that's pretty good. And if you only have like this and draw and lockbird, you have to do it when they search. But if you just have like, if you have like these cards,
So you use your first reincarnation to make them add cards to the hand, which lets you drop draw, and then you just reincarnate
yeah.
again.
But like if you don't have 2 of these, you could just do this. But then your opponent has to like draw or search.
They have
a
to
card
search or
first.
draw
So, yeah.
to trigger the draw.
Which
So,
every deck does.
As I like to call it, there's like stages to this combo. So there's like the basic
You
combo.
say there's light stages. to
There's
this
light
combo?
stages to this combo. So there's like 3 stages to this combo. The first stage is like you have this and you do it when they search. The second stage is
You win the game.
you have these 2,
Pretty much.
so you can just do it without them having to do anything. And then the third stage, as I like to call it, the absolute terror field, is when you have this and like Solemn Strike.
Oh my
Because
God.
the only way to counter this is to Ash Blossom it or to have like Gamma for the Draw and Lockbird. But if you have Solemn Strike, you can just negate that. So then this just
Oh, because
resolves.
it involves summoning a monster. So it's like using warning on like macro.
No,
no?
well, yeah, they can use Ash Blossom on this.
Okay.
But like you Solemn Strike the Ash Blossom.
Yeah.
Which is why we play 3 Solemn Strikes.
Which is why I play Strike.
Also, Solemn Strike is just good in general. It's
And
the
the-
same with like
yeah.
Twin Twister.
If
where
we
it's,
didn't play
like, it
Strike, it'd be
combos,
Ghost
but it's also
Ogre,
just
but
good.
I think Strike's a lot better than
Strike's
You
Ghost
play
so
Ogre.
warning?
I do not, because Strike is a lot better than this format, I think.
Yeah, you just want the Strike because you want to be able to negate like the hand traps.
Now, if there was Draco still out,
Yeah,
it'd
we wanna
probably be
keep that
Warning.
warning.
Warning would probably be a better
Yeah,
choice.
if
But
Trigger would made it
at
more
this
popular.
moment, no, it's Strike. Strike.
And that's the deck, 40 cards. You have to play 40
What's the
because the
extra
deck is all about hand traps, and hand traps are only good if you can like see them as consistently as possible. So for the extra deck,
So first we start off with the beautiful sheep token,
We'll get the sheep tokens. Okay.
because we're sheeple, we follow, we net deck.
and they're foreign. So
Aren't those like
even
Korean?
then we start with just the only rank I play for now.
So yeah, when you do the double Licorice play, you can make like Nightmare Shark and you can attack them for 2,000. So like if they're at 2,000, you just like kill them. And then this is good because if you have 2 Candinas, like you can overlay this.
He's
and
got
it's
his
like a good
pillow.
stun card.
He's just really tired.
Even though it should have been a bottle of
Yeah,
Jameson.
he traded his alcoholism for crippling depression, as I like to call it.
It should be a bottle of Captain
For
Morgan.
most people, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
It should be Captain Morgan, but who knows? Let me play. Well, these two are going to probably
Yeah,
leave,
these don't
but
really
do
do
you rather
much for that
play-
deck, honestly.
Because you either play this or you play Gaia. And I like Gaia more.
You like Gaia?
I like Gaia a lot more. It's bigger. It's bigger.
Yeah, you mainly just bring those for like the
Yeah.
scapegoat play, but like you usually have
So
better
these,
stuff to
these will
play.
be Break Sword and another Link Spider. So let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say just play 3 Link Spires as we're going to get to it. And then we
then
play
we have Borreload, which is
Dragon.
one of the
This
combos.
card's
This
amazing.
card is very good.
So you can make this off
card
of
is so good
Scapegoat.
against BA.
Oh, it's so good. You can't target it with monster effects, and it can make a monster as a quick effect permanently lose 500 attack and defense, and the opponent cannot respond to this. But the real reason why you play it is that it has good arrows. It points
Really good
to
arrows.
It doesn't point to any of your opponent's zones, and no matter if it's in the extra monster zone or in the main monster zone, it opens up 2 more extra zones.
And it's not $50 like Firewall.
Yeah, that too.
It's
And-
still like 30, right?
and it's kind of like
like that.
Goyo Guardian or Big Eye, where that if it battles an opponent's monster, you just take control of it and you put it to a zone that he points to, and it's sent to the graveyard at the end phase of the next turn. So you just take control of their monster, and you can still attack with it. Because like unlike with Goyo Guardian, it just comes in the mode, the attack mode, or it comes in
comes in
attack
the mode it
or
was
defense
destroyed in?
It comes in the mode that it was originally in. So like you could attack with that monster. So like this card is like amazing. It's so good. And the way you make this is that you activate Scapegoat. And then you summon your forward token. You do this on your opponent's end phase because like Scapegoat restriction.
Scapegoat
You can't summon any
restrictions.
of the monsters that turn you do it. So then you take those, and since these are all Earth Beasts, you take 2 of these, you make Mrs. Radiant, and then you take these 2, and you make 2 Link Spiders. And then since this requires 3+ effect monsters, and the way the Link mechanic works, you treat the Mrs. Radiant as Link 2, so that way you can make a Link 4 with that, with 3 monsters, and you make this. So yeah, this card's like really good.
Amazing.
It's very powerful.
I'm going to play one Gaia. Because Gaia's just a big,
He's a
2600.
big body.
He's a big body.
Not a
Like,
lot of
hey, you know,
monsters-
when
not
you
a lot of
activate that
monsters get
third
over it.
scapegoat, you can like make that.
Yeah.
Because you can use tokens for it, which is nice.
And sometimes it's nice just to have a
I don't suppose
2600 meter on
you
the board.
ever extra link in this deck.
No.
Right?
No,
I didn't
no,
think
no.
so.
No, really, the only times you link someone is either off a scapegoat or the Trickstar Candida into Lilybell play. That's
I
it.
noticed you also don't run Gofu. You don't.
Gofu's at 1, and
And
Gofu's
sometimes you'd
garbage at
rather
1.
just have your Lycris. You don't want to link into your
Yeah.
Trickstar cards.
Okay.
This card, which is amazing.
This card's so good. Like, if you have a Trickstar Candida, you can make this for 1 card. Because, like, what you do is that you summon Candida, you
Search
get
Lilybell.
Light Stage, and then you search Lilybell, and then Lilybell's effect triggers to spell summon it, and then since they're both fairies, you can make this.
And then
So-
bounce a kaiju back.
Yeah, so, like, you could side deck, like, he side decks, like, the Kaijus, which are really good because you can decide where to put these monsters. So if you put them under an extra monster zone,
Yeah.
and you summon her to that zone that it points to, you'll bounce the Kaiju back to your
Yeah, so
hand.
pretty much if the monster's over here, you just kaiju and
Yeah, and then make a Kashik and then bounce it back to your hand, and then you can Kaiju them again. So,
Pretty
yeah.
strong.
Also, if they make something like a Code Talker or like a lake monster that's pointing to your area, you can make this and like bounce it back. So it's a great way to play around Code Talker.
Oh yeah. And then we play the 2 Trickstar ones. I never make these.
Yeah, you mainly make them
what
off
do these
the
do?
Lilybell play. So this one is actually kind of decent. Trickstar monsters that this card points to cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And every time you special summon a Trickstar monster to a zone she points to, your opponent takes 200 damage.
Okay.
And combined with the field spell, that's 400. And every time your opponent takes damage from a Trickstar's monster effect, she gains 200 attack until the end of the turn. So this card, like, if you have stuff like Lycoris and Reincarnation and Candida, you can actually, like, do a lot of damage with this card.
What about Rory Mercury?
She's good
right here?
because she's a good one because the arrows point sideways and reincarnation. Just
Yeah,
brings
so
it back.
because if you Reincarnation this, it doesn't give you any more extra monster zones, but with this card, you can, like, special 2 more monsters from your extra deck. Also, like, if you make this, and then you can make this, then, like, you're really playing with power here, because then you just are able to stack both their effects and just, like, just completely nerf your opponent's attack and, like, do a shit ton of damage. They're like the primary cards you want to get with Trickstar Reincarnation, so that's why you make them. Also, because, like, sometimes your opponent will have a monster that's, like, 1800 attack or, like, 1900 attack, so especially against a Spiral matchup. So doing the Trickstar Candida into Lilybell play allows you to, like, beat over, like, bigger monsters. So that's pretty much what you use them for.
Yep. And then you got Ib and Girsu.
Okay, so this...
So this is Kevin Spacey.
This is another
Yeah.
scapegoat.
Oh my
play.
God.
He sends
God.
the kids into the
No,
basement.
this is a girl. He only touches the girl.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
sends her away, and then he
so
sends
can
the
I,
kids
can I
to
see
the
the
basement.
Mrs. Radiant and the Lake Spider?
Oh yeah, then we got these 2.
Oh yeah, then we play these 2 as last Link monsters.
'Cause they're degenerate,
So we
too.
play these
Was that
guys.
2 Radiant, 2 Link Spider?
Yeah, this should be 3 because that way, if you do the scapegoat combo twice, you could do one for this and then do one for Borreload.
And then the other one could be anything.
So we play this card for literally because of scapegoat. So the way this combo works is that you scapegoat on your opponent's end phase, and then if you have like another monster you can normal summon, you summon these tokens, and then either you pop Reincarnation and you summon a Trickstar monster, or you like
Or
summon
normal or-
Honest
or whatever.
You just need like any other monster.
Any
that's,
monster.
You need a monster
Any
that's
non-Earth
yeah,
monster.
any non-Earth
Non-Earth-
beast monster.
Right.
So you take 2 of these tokens, you make Mrs. Radiant, and you take 1 of these tokens and you make Link Spider. And then you use another monster that's not an Earth Beast, which in this deck is pretty much any other monster, and you make Ib the World Chalice Warrior.
Bay.
This
And
one,
then you take the Link Spider and the Mrs. Radiant because Ningirsu requires 2 Link monsters, and you make that. And he draws 1 card for each card that he points to.
and then after that,
So
it's
since it's pointing to that, you draw 1 card.
and if you're going second, you send the Ib pop a card.
Well, no, yeah, you
It-
could send
it
a
can
card and
protect,
destroy.
so it depends.
Which is really cool because like you can send your Trickstar Reincarnation. So like if say you normal summon Candina and you search that Reincarnation, you could set Candina and then use his effect, send Reincarnation, and then you take out one of their cards and then you can pop Reincarnation and summon another monster.
Yeah.
And then this can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and it can't be destroyed by battle. And if this would be destroyed by card effects, you can send her instead. So like you have like 2 really good monsters.
She's really good protection.
Like you draw a card, you can take out a card, and you have 2 good monsters. So like it's a great tempo play, and like me and Danny would like win so many duels just by like doing this. It's like really powerful. And that's the main and extra deck.
And let's go to side. Just
You
in
wanna do
case
side
you
deck?
got any
Okay,
ideas?
side.
Yeah,
the
it helps with
kaijus
the
in it.
ideas. Well, these are obvious. This is in every deck.
Yeah, these are amazing because now that we have Trickstar,
I feel like I shouldn't play this big one because it's too big to get over.
Which one is that? Star Destroyer?
but dude, you do Kaiju Slumber, and then like
Yeah.
you can use Honest on it. So
That
you can
is
like, do
true.
more damage.
And then slumber.
Yeah, because if you're playing the Kaijus, you might as well play this. So yeah, you play this because of the Lilybell play, where you make a Akashic Magician. So like, since you can decide which monster zone to put these in, you put them under an extra monster zone. So then, when you make Akashic Magician, she'll be pointing to them, and then you'll bounce it back to your hand. So like not only can you easily out these kaijus with like one card, but then you get to recycle the kaijus.
Sleeper.
And then the slumber is also really good too. So like that's very powerful.
So you play 3 board wipes.
Yeah, so you have like 3 board whites, which is nice.
2 cosmic just in case Draco wants to
Yeah,
come back.
if you play against true Dracos or magicians, like you want more spell trap removal.
And debury for magician because that ends their turn.
Yeah, or against like Burning Abyss, because apparently that's a meta deck now. Like,
Yeah.
god damn it.
I can't wait for the link.
Burning
right?
Abyss, 1,000 days meta, 100 days more meta.
At least I don't play it in the beginning again
Yeah.
anymore.
Is it like a 48-minute deck profile?
Oh,
yeah, it is. You got a problem with
Right,
that?
20
And then
minutes.
the spiciest thing ever.
Yeah, 3 anti-spell. Oh, I like
Legacy of
this.
the Duelist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Legacy of the Duelist is basically, you can only set 1 spell or trap card per turn, and if you attack, you can negate your own attack to target 1 spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. And you can skip your draw phase to add 1 monster from your graveyard to your hand.
Maxi,
Yeah, so
Ghost,
you can
Dad,
add
You,
hand
what, you
traps.
put this in against like pendulums?
or Droll and Light. Yeah, anything.
You put it against a lot of decks. but
anything.
yeah,
I don't think
you
I
put it
against
against
Pendulum.
anything.
I don't put it in against Pendulum.
Yeah, you would mostly put this in against like trap decks like
Paleo,
Paleozoic.
Paleo,
Or
like True
True
Dracos.
Draco when you flip an anti-spell because it's just
Yeah,
game.
yeah, having both of these is really cool because then they can only set 1 spell card and then like you pop it with this, which is really hilarious. And also being able to add back hand traps like Maxi or add back Candino.
Maxi is at 1, but with Legacy of the Duelist, it
Yeah,
could be
so
at
you
like
have,
2 or
like-
3.
You have it like multiple times in the duel.
And that's the degenerate profile.
So yeah, Love Live is a pretty good anime. Don't forget to check out Love Live Sunshine. I believe it is better than Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, wow.
And Trickstars is vaguely related to Love Live because it's idols. So if you like Love Live, you'll love this deck. So Hamza, I'm sure you'll like this deck.
Let me just say that
Yes.
Naruto sucked. It always will.
You want to know something
It
else,
always
Danny? Bleach sucks.
I hate you so much. And also, if kids, comment down below your favorite candy.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
One Piece sucks too.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
Whoa. The manga or the
PewDiePie.
anime? The
I
manga
know
or
I've
the
been
anime?
threatening you a lot, but
yeah.
I'd just like to say that we came for you, and turns out you were your own worst enemy. You destroyed yourself. We didn't need to do anything.
What are you talking
So,
about? You didn't do anything.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.